the color line with their own eyes. In town after town, colored drinking fountains, restrooms, waiting rooms, and entrances, and whites-only restaurants, hotels, theaters, parks, and swimming pools. Sometimes, the protesters couldn't believe their ears. Without so much as a second thought, whites called African Americans out of their names, addressing grown men as boy and women as girl or auntie, rather than Miss, Mrs., or Mr. And African Americans were expected to answer. Hecklers called the protesters even worse, names too hateful to print. In 1961, Mary was arrested in Mississippi. In her mugshot, the sign around her neck bears no name, only a number: 21068. Again and again, Mary was arrested. She told one jailer who threatened to harm her that she'd fight as if her life depended on it. When another jailer trapped her in an elevator, she refused to scream, just for spite. Despite beatings, she kept resisting, relying on nonviolence to press for justice and equality. In the civil rights movement, Mary was known for her fiery spirit. That's why Martin Luther King Jr. gave her the nickname Red. Her strong convictions led to her becoming the first woman to head CORE's southern region. Pledged to nonviolence, Mary could not stomach unfairness or disrespect. In Tennessee, Mary was arrested again, this time for picketing a theater that made black moviegoers sit in the balcony. When the mayor came to the jail and called her Mary, she demanded that he call her Miss Hamilton. "If you don't know how to speak to a lady," she said, "then get out of my cell." That wasn't the only time Mary was treated like she was second class due to her skin color. In an Alabama court, a white prosecutor called her by her first name. Mary refused to answer unless he called her Miss Hamilton. The judge ordered her to respond. Mary refused again. The judge charged her with contempt of court and threw her in jail. 5 days later, she got out and refused to pay the $50 fine. Mary had news for that judge. She was not afraid to fight in court for what's right. With NAACP lawyers on her side, she fought the contempt charge all the way to the United States Supreme Court. In 1964, the highest court of the land ruled in Mary's favor, deciding that everyone in court deserved respect. Miss Hamilton had won. From then on, judges and lawyers addressed all African Americans in court as Miss, Mrs., or Mr., the same as whites. All because of the Miss Mary case. What's in a name? Imagine being snatched from the continent of your birth, shipped across the ocean, stripped of your traditions, and then being grouped by skin color, black or Negro, rather than by tribe. Imagine being assigned a new name by a slave trader or slaveholder. Imagine having no last name at all, and then when slavery ends, being able to choose one for yourself and your family. Imagine white people never addressing you by your last name, but by first name only, or worse. If